Hello everyone, and welcome to a new lesson where we keep on learning present tenses. And today we're going to learn present perfect tense. We will see how to form present perfect tense and when we should use it. Let's start. We will use present perfect tense when we're talking about unfinished actions or states that started in the past and continue to the present. We will use present perfect when we're talking about finished actions or events that happened in some time during a person's life. And finally, we will use present perfect when we will talk about finished actions with a result in the present. There are some words and phrases that will help us to know that we should use present perfect tense, and they are since, for, today, this week, this month, this year, ever, never, just, yet, already, and recently. Let's have a look at some examples. Here we've got a group of the examples of unfinished actions that started in the past and continue to the present. Number 1. I've known Amy since 2010. What does it mean? It means that Amy and I, we met each other in 2010 and we still know each other. Number 2. Lisa has worked with us for 2 years. It means that Lisa started to work with us 2 years ago and she's still working with us. Number 3. We have been at school since this morning. It means that at the morning we went to school and probably we're still there. Let's keep on moving. Here we can see a group of finished actions or events that happened during our personal life. Number 1. We've been to London twice. Here we're talking about our personal experience and we're saying that we went to London 2 times. Number 2. I have never seen Michael Jackson. Again, I'm talking about my personal experience and I'm saying that it didn't happen. I didn't see Michael Jackson in my life, so I haven't seen him in my life. Number 3. Hamilton has become a champion 3 times. So here we're talking about his experience and we're saying that he won a competition 3 times. Hamilton has become a champion 3 times. Let's keep on moving. Here we've got 3 examples of finished actions with result in the present. Number 1. I've burned a finger while cooking. So I was cooking something, I've already finished to cook, and I've got the result, a burnt finger. Number 2. Mark has lost his key. He can't open the door. Again, here we've got the result. There is no key. He can't open the door because he has no key. He's lost them. Number 3. I've missed my bus. Here again, we've got the result. The bus stop is empty. The bus has gone. We've missed it. I've missed the bus. Let's keep on moving. Here we've got 3 examples with sentences when we use present perfect with words such already, yet, just, and recently. Number 1. I've already sent Anne a message. As we can see in the sentence, we see the word already. When we see the word already, we know that we should use present perfect. I've already sent Anne a message. Number 2. The movie has already started. Again, here we see the word already. When we see the word already, it tells us that we should use present perfect. And here we can see the result, because we haven't seen the beginning of the movie as it has already started. Your English has improved recently. Here we can see the word recently. When we see recently, we know that we should use present perfect. Let's keep on moving. In this section, we've got some sentences with words and phrases such as today, this week, this month, and this year. Number 1. I've already seen Rebecca this week. So this week hasn't finished yet, but we've already seen Rebecca. Number 2. I've been to the cinema twice this month. So this month hasn't finished yet. We're talking about this month, not the last month, not the future months. We're talking about this month. It hasn't finished yet, and we've already been to cinema 2 times. Number 3, I've studied in the library today. So the day hasn't finished yet, but the action ended. We have already studied in the library. So we've finished the action, but the day hasn't finished yet. So here we use present perfect as well. As we could have seen in the examples, to form the present perfect tense, we need to use the verb have and its present forms has and have, and then past participle. When we're talking about past participle, we should bear in mind that English, as many other languages, has regular and irregular verbs. To form a past participle for regular verbs, it's quite easy. We just need to take a verb root and add the ed ending. For example, the verb work. Work, past participle, worked. But with irregular verbs, the situation is a bit more complicated because we have to learn them by heart. But don't worry, at the end of this video, I will leave you the list with some irregular verbs so you can learn them by heart. So to make an affirmative sentence in present perfect tense, we should put subject first, then has or have, and then past participle. Let's have a look at the example. I have worked. He has worked. She has worked. It has worked. We have worked. You have worked. And they have worked. Excellent. Let's move on. So we already know how to form affirmative sentence. Let's have a look how we should make a negative one. To form a negative sentence, we only should add the particle not, which goes between have and the action verb. Let's have a look at the examples. I haven't worked. I haven't worked. He hasn't worked. He hasn't worked. She hasn't worked. She hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. We haven't worked. We haven't worked. You haven't worked. You haven't worked. They haven't worked. They haven't worked. To make a question, it's quite easy. We just need to move the verb have or its form has at the beginning of the sentence, then put subject and then the action verb. For example, have I worked? Have I worked? Has he worked? Has he worked? Has she worked? Has she worked? Has it worked? Has it worked? Have we worked? Have we worked? Have you worked? Have you worked? Have they worked? Have they worked? Excellent. Let's have some practice. They have trained twice this week. They have trained twice this week. Let's make a negative sentence. They haven't trained twice this week. They haven't trained twice this week. What about questions? Can you make a question? Have they trained twice this week? Have they trained twice this week? Excellent, good job. Let's have some more practice. It has rained today in the morning and there are a lot of puddles. It has rained today in the morning and there are a lot of puddles. Let's make a negative sentence. It hasn't rained today. It hasn't rained today. What about question? Can you make a question? Excellent. Has it rained today? Has it rained today? Good job. Let's keep on moving and let's have a bit of practice. We have been to France 3 times. We have been to France 3 times. Let's make a negative sentence. We haven't been to France 3 times. We haven't been to France 3 times. What about questions? Can you make a question? Excellent, good job. Have we been to France 3 times? Have we been to France 3 times? Excellent, let's keep on moving. And here we've got our last bit where we're going to practice present perfect tense in mini dialogues. At the beginning, I'm going to read the full dialogue on my own, and then I'm going to read the blue bit and you're going to read the green part. Let's start. Number 1. Hey Carla, have you already made an apple pie? No, I haven't cooked it yet. I'm going to do it. I have had my cup of tea. Would you like one? I would love it. So we can have some tea together and then you can show me how to make it. Excellent! Good. Now let's read it together. I'm going to read the blue part and you're going to read the green one. Let's start. Are you ready? Good. Hey Carla, have you already made an apple pie? I would love it, so we can have some tea together and then you can show me how to make it. Good job! Let's move to dialogue number 2. I'm going to read the whole dialogue and I will do it together. Let's start. Hi Mike, have you already read the book? Not yet, I haven't had time recently. Oh, do you want us to read it together? Yes, of course, with pleasure, let's do it. Good, now let's read it together. I'm going to read the blue part and you're going to read the green one. Hi Mike, have you already read the book? Oh, do you want us to read it together? Excellent, good job! As I've promised you before, this is the list of some irregular verbs that we should know by heart. Good luck with learning them and we'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.